What is going on, everyone? How are you guys doing today? I'm doing this video live. I don't know if anyone is going to join in live, to be honest, but I just wanted to film it live. And yeah. So what I'm talking about today is something some of you guys have been asking me to talk about for a little bit. Ex-vegans. Would I ever be an ex-vegan? Would I ever give it up? Easy answer is absolutely not. Sorry, I'm kind of sick, so. Veganism is not a diet. I want to make that very clear from the beginning. Veganism is a stance against animal abuse and exploitation. So to go from being vegan to an ex-vegan, you're saying, I'm against animal abuse, but I'm going to go back to supporting animal abuse. And I'm going to go back to having animals killed for me. And I'm going to go back to causing suffering to animals. And I'm going to go back to taking mothers away from their babies so I can steal their breast milk. That's what you're saying when you're saying, I'm no longer vegan. You're saying, I don't care that I'm paying for an animal to have abuse for me, so because I fart too much, or because whatever garbage reason people say for their not being vegan. So on that, I have to say, to all of these ex-vegans, they were not vegan to begin with. I have to make that very clear. And that's why some people call me a dick about it, but I make a very clear distinction between vegan and plant-based. And if you're not vegan, I will call you out on it because we need to keep that word with integrity, and it's the only word that the animals have. So, what do I have to say to ex-vegans? Well, I say, A, you weren't vegan. B, how can you turn your back on animals for your selfish needs? It just doesn't make sense to me, right? You don't see any of these like ex-vegans like going to vigils and going to slaughterhouses and going like doing activism. For the most part, they're health vegans, and a lot of times these ex-vegans try very extreme diets, like all raw, fasting, really long fasting, which don't get me wrong, fasting does have some importance, but not 35 days drinking your own piss, doing all kinds of stuff. So just eat food. You can eat healthy, yeah. You can eat a variety of stuff, but you don't have to go on these extreme diets and then blame it on veganism. a lot of times, like, they don't get tested by like doctors or whatever. So if myself included, I haven't had any blood work since being a vegan. I haven't had any before being vegan. So if I were to get blood work today, I assume that'd just be stuff from the past that's been brought over. I'm not gonna be like, well, vegan gave me whatever, right? It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Like if you want to eat a plant-based diet, that's amazing. Go right ahead. Don't harm the animals. Well, don't support the harming of the animals. That's another thing I want to talk about, is being vegan really doesn't make a big difference necessarily. Just by being vegan, you're just not supporting something, right? It's not going to make a gradual, like a massive change just by not paying for something. Now, if we get a lot of our friends, a lot of people, and yeah, we can start to get some change going, but like you yourself just being vegan, I don't want to be a dick, but like it's really not making a big difference. And that's why we need activists. That's why it's not good enough to just say like, oh, I see what's going on, I'm against that, and I'm just not going to support it. Or I see what's going on, that's messed up, I'm going to stand up against that so that doesn't happen anymore. There's all kinds of different analogies going out. One I like to use is there's a house on fire. Non-vegans see that house is on fire and they add fuel. They might not even see the house is on fire, they're just adding fuel with their eyes closed, right? And the flame gets bigger. Vegans, they see that house is on fire and they say, I'm not going to add anything to that fire. That fire is burning, I'm just not going to add anything to it. And that is veganism. It's being non-complacent. It's just a neutral stance, right? Vegan activism is, they see the house is on fire. They say that house, well, does not need to be on fire. I'm going to help put that fire out. Vegan activists or animal activists put water on that fire. They're trying to put that fire out. They're trying to make it so it stops burning forever. That is vegan activism. That is the act of going against a horrible industry, right? So veganism is great. Go vegan, absolutely. If you're not vegan, message me, I'll help you go vegan. Go vegan, but the problem is a lot of vegans think that, oh, they're doing enough because I'm vegan and I'm not supporting that, but it doesn't really help the animals at all. It really doesn't. Yeah. So I know, sorry, I know I'm kind of getting off a little tangent and whatnot, but the point I'm trying to make is to ex-vegans, and people always want my opinion on this person ex-vegan, and I don't know if you guys know, I don't really do any reviews on ex-vegans. I'll post the odd picture on my Instagram. I'm just saying like, hey, this person's not vegan anymore. It's essentially just saying don't follow them anymore, and that's my point. For ex-vegans, the only advice I have for them is reach out to them and say, start a conversation about the ethics. Send some pictures of animals in not the best conditions. Or simply just unfollow them. Don't give them the attention. Don't give them the time of day. Don't give them the speech. If someone says, I'm not vegan anymore, that's sad, it's unfortunate, and it's really hindering our movement. So that's why we need a strict, huge difference between vegan and plant-based. They're absolutely not the same thing. A vegan eats a plant-based diet, but someone who's plant-based does not mean they're vegan. They're absolutely different things. They're like you say, like you can be plant-based and wear fur and go to the circus and declaw your animals and do all this disgusting stuff, but that's not vegan. Vegan is a stance against animal abuse. You can eat French fries and be vegan. I don't care. I don't care what you eat as a vegan. Just leave the animals out of it. I think I'm gonna call this video. I don't want to take up too much of your time today. Thank you anyone who checked out this video. I love you guys. If you are vegan, or if you're on the fence about going vegan or whatever, message me. If you're vegan, get active. If you're not vegan, get vegan and then get active. If you're ex-vegan, make it very clear that you were never vegan in publicly, and just say, I was eating a plant-based diet. I was not doing it for the animals, because by me not being vegan, I am turning my back on animals and saying I am okay with that, as long as they're an egg or a fish or... Anyways, guys, that was my rant. That's what I have to say about ex-vegans. Not much. I don't really give them my time of day. The only thing I don't like is how they're hurting the movement. People see veganism as this diet. Veganism is not a diet. We need to make that clear to people. It is not. You can eat food suitable for vegans, right? If you eat something that says vegan on it, that's a plant-based product. That does not mean you are vegan because you eat that product. I take the term very seriously. It is the only term the animals have for them, is veganism. Not vegetarian, not pescatarian, not flexitarian, or whatever garbage-arian there is. Vegan is for the animals. Vegan is not a diet. You cannot become unvegan because now you're saying, I'm okay with animal abuse and I'm going to continue giving them my money, and then I'm going to publicly tell people to do the same thing. Absolutely disgusting. Don't give these people the time of day. Focus on the people who are doing good for the animals. Focus on the activists. You never see these people who are trying to slaughterhouses and all that stuff saying, oh, I'm no longer vegan. If you're doing it for the animals, then there is absolutely zero excuse to not be vegan. Thank you guys. I'm Mankind. I'll see you guys in the next video. Click that subscribe button if you want. Leave me some comments below. Let me know if I'm wrong. If you think I'm completely wrong, let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. Instagram, Facebook, it's all vegan Mankind. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. And remember, animals are here with us. They're not here for us. Go vegan.